Okay, today is the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington, and I would be remiss to not bring that up in a class where we're talking about race and ethnicity in the U.S. Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech is what we most commonly associate with the March on Washington, and one of the most quoted pieces from that speech is, "I have a dream that my four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." So one of the questions I want to ask for our discussion is how much of that dream has come true, how much of it hasn't. I know this can be an oversimplified question, and I want to make it more complicated. One way to make this discussion more complex, or this question more complex, is by placing the lens that we've been using, this discussion we've been having, of the distinction between race and ethnicity. So on the one hand, we have a president that we can define as African American or biracial, and that would have been largely unimaginable in a concrete way during King's time. But at the same time, we have the Trayvon Martin case, which, during the court case, the jury, kept repeating. We had quotations after it saying that, well, race had nothing to do with it, when clearly it did, and it shows so many of the problems that we still have surrounding issues of race and ethnicity in this country. One way that can help us think about this is Lawrence Bobo, who is a sociologist at Harvard, has come up with the term laissez-faire racism. And basically, his point is that we have moved away in society where from whites making pronouncements about race in some sort of biological way. Very few people would say that this group of, that whites are superior, by blood to African Americans, but that instead whites use ideas of cultural inferiority and superiority. And so where someone might be quite genuine in saying, my best friend is black, which we all know is problematic when someone says that. But someone could be quite genuine, their best friend might be black, but they might make the same types of pronouncements on other African Americans based on the way they speak, based on poverty, based on the way someone wears clothes. And so where how we talk about things has changed, what we're talking about perhaps hasn't changed so much. Elizabeth made the comment on our discussion the other night that we're quick to group all types of people together, but we desire not to seem racist. And that's important to consider, that people are terrified of sounding racist, but people still say a lot of things that in many ways are kind of the same racist things that have been said in the past. Even to the extent that the Klan, through PR campaigns, and the Klan is a small fringe group at this point, but even the Klan will make statements that they are not racist, that, their organization is based just in, pride in their own ethnicity. And so I want to ask that question again. How much of things have changed? How many things haven't changed? Particularly looking through this lens of, have we moved to a place where we haven't changed in many ways, except for the way that we talk about things? We wouldn't think about it in terms of blood or biologically, but we would think about it in terms of culture. And we're quite comfortable making certain pronouncements by removing race and replacing ethnicity with that.